Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. Well, what we're going to be doing here is going over a few things. Now, this is not a little bit on the comedy side, but a bit more of the winning side. Because California is a hellhole. It is a shithole. It is what we all deemed it's known to be. And that's okay. We can understand that it is just a terrible, bloody state. But, here's the thing. We may not have won California, but we're seeing at least some kind of headway in what's going on here in California, because apparently we're going to be passing the anti-crime bill in Proposition 36 in our bill in California because people have had it. People want change, and it's really hard to change democratic strongholds such as California, but it doesn't mean that we can't make headway or make some damage, and that seems what we're doing here. What we have here is that Californians overwhelmingly pass anti-crime Proposition 36 measure that Dem government Gavin Newsom strongly opposed. It says California voters approved by a massive margin a ballot measure to more harshly punish certain crimes, with the initiative garnering a whopping 70.6% support, with nearly 7.6 million ballots counted. The outcome of the state's Proposition 36 represented a backlash to light penalties for shoplifting and drug-related crimes, and it passed despite opposition from Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom. Proposition 36 authorizes felony charges for possession of drugs, including fentanyl, and thefts under $950 if the offender has 2 prior drug or theft convictions, according to the official summary of its provisions. The nascent law creates a new category of crime called treatment-mandated felony that allows a person to have their drug conviction set aside if they complete rehab. Defendants who plead guilty to felony drug possession and complete treatment can have charges dismissed, according to the measure's summary. Newsom strongly opposed the measure and said that Prop 36 takes us back to the 1980s, mass incarceration, and promotes a promise that can't be delivered. Yes, on Prop 36, advocates argue the tougher handle was necessary to preserve quality of life for residents, running ads noting the impact of shoplifting, which forced stores to inconvenience ordinary shoppers by locking up items and raising prices. The group behind the initiative also argued it offered a balanced approach to drug users by adopting treatment-mandated sentences similar to what exists in other states. The measure's victory was projected by major news outlets with roughly 56.6% of ballots of the 50.6% of ballots counted. And guys, this is what I mean by when I'm talking about the shift in our country, right? We're having Californians vote overwhelmingly for very Republican-esque type laws that are the benefit of the American people. And the fact of the matter is that this is a massive cultural shift. You have to understand that this does not mean when President Trump just gets into office, it's kind of over. No, we still got to do our part to change the culture. And part of the culture is that a lot of these far leftists, a lot of these George Soros DAs and stuff like that, and policies all want to allow Proposition 30, allow people to not be charged for crimes and stuff like that. And now the Californians say, no, we're not allowing this. We're changing it. We're making something different for everybody involved. And that is a huge statement. That is a cultural shift that we need to see today in America. And I think this will be shifting across the America at some point within the next few years. But we have made statements across this country so far. We have won the popular vote. We have said that we do not want this. And this is a massive shift for Californians. I think this will be better for California. I would like to see California go red at some point in its history. I would love to see it. And maybe this might be the actual thing that we have that will shift California to more a redder state and make everything more safer. Now, we also have these LGBTQ laws and other things that we have to fight against, right? A lot of these other things that are a serious problem. And I think in the next couple of years, we can actually be able to push this out further, especially if we can get rid of Gavin Newsom and put in somebody else that is actually worthy of the mantle of being, worthy of being a actual good governor. And I think we can do that. I think Larry Elder's gone, but if we could get Larry Elder or somebody in here, that'd be great. So this is a huge win for Californians because this, honestly, the crime is one of the biggest problems in California, and Californians are finally addressing this. And then now, what we also have this is that now that we have this, we also have the mere fact that we had to get rid of the LGBTQ stuff or whatever. And what I mean LGBTQ stuff, I mostly mean the TQ. The TQ, which means the trans and the queer stuff, because that is allowing kids to get women, young girls to get double mastectomies and stuff like that, and at young ages where they shouldn't be, transitioning them. We need to stop that type of stuff. If you want to be a trans person or what have you, and you're 18, by all means go and do it. So you're not affecting other people or trying to force your ideology or whatever onto other people, fine, do that. But if you're going to start going after kids and putting books and horrible stuff into into California or into our schools and stuff like that, no, we're not going to allow that. We're not going to allow you to trans our kids at a very young age, ruin their lives, essentially. We're not going to do that. But we will allow you to do what you want in your own life if you're 18 and above, all right? Because I think that is fair for everyone. Preferably, I would like to be 25 where your frontal cortex is fully developed so you can make the best rational decision for yourself. But we can settle for 18. But we got to put down some laws. So we have a lot of work here to do in California, a lot of other places. It's a dangerous place here, and where California has rose up and said this is not allowed, and it's a moving place. Now we gotta start working on our education, because our education is a mess. It's an absolute mess. And I can't wait to see on what happens next. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care, my friends.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted, because it's algorithmic disease, the social media.